defense rests, let's lay it down. Gonna dig deep, wave that verdict round. The defense rests, time to analyze. With the evidence, we'll unveil the crime. Justice served in an honest fight, true crime tales till the verdict's right. Solving more than just trivial quests, where sentences rule at the defense rests.
Good morning, good morning. Good evening, good afternoon, good night. Hello, welcome to the Defence Rests. If this is your first time here, suffer. If it's not, you know what you're in for. Now, I've just been informed that we stopped at the lunch break yesterday for this Karen Rea trial, motions hearing, sorry. And the time they came back from lunch, I realised was 2:28 on the clock. And the motion hearing finished up at 2:40. So we had 12 minutes left. My bad. So we have 12 minutes of yesterday's hearing, and Candace has just informed me that they have pushed out today's hearing till tomorrow. So I have a few other things that we can have a play around with. That's okay. So it's not clickbait. We will be actually doing the second half of the 12 minutes of the hearing. Now, I just want to just download this quick vid and have it there ready. There we go. That one. Stay there. Okay. Alrighty then. So, I know most of you are still watching the the neighbour shooting trial, and as you know, I was going to start the Connecticut killer trial for Jose Morales. I've prepped for it. It was supposed to start the 18th of Feb. They postponed it to the 18th of March. They've done their jury selection, and no one has got down streaming it. So, yeah, that's 3 trials in a row that's happened to me. So, I'm going to do a few older trials. Some, got a floppy mic. Nobody likes a floppy mic. Yeah, at least I'm guaranteed to have some trial content. So, we just did the Molly Tibbetts trial, which was awesome, really, really good. So if anyone is interested in like the twist at the end that you don't see coming, yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. It's I think it's a 4-year-old. Done. The incident was 2018, I think, and the trial was 2022. From memory. But yes, awesome. It's in the playlist. You'll see it on the channel. Whilst you're there, give us a like and a subscribe. That'd be awesome. I'm about 180 subs away from the big 1,000, which I need to get within the next 4 weeks, because you've got to do it within 12 months. So I am well on the way, and your sub would be greatly appreciated. All right, let's get to it, shall we? Oh, that's better. Okay. Come on.
So, Mr. Jackson, I'll hear you on that one motion.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate it. It won't take very long.
I want to formalize a motion to continue the start of the trial, which is currently set for April 1st. The reason behind the motion to continue is not because of some conflict that the defense has. We ordinarily would be ready to go. However, as the court knows, there is a significant appeal that's currently pending before the First Circuit based on Judge Saylor's opinion that was issued about a week ago. Given the complexion of what we're moving toward trial for, in other words, count 1, count 2, and count 3, we are mounting a defense based on those 3 counts. If the First Circuit, and I've been advised by our appellate counsel to bring this up, and it was something that he feels very strongly about, we all do.
Okay, Mr. Weinberg?
Mr. Weinberg, yes,
Okay.
Martin Weinberg. If in fact the First Circuit were to agree with our appeal and were to take some action on count 1 and count 3, for instance, either dismiss it or take some other action and remand down to the trial court for additional action, that would set the trial into upheaval. If once the jury is sworn, jeopardy attaches. And once jeopardy attaches, if there were to be some action taken on count 1 and count 3, for instance, those counts were to be dismissed, we would then be compelled and impelled to move to dismiss the entirety of the trial at that point, because it's a very different defense on count 2 than it is on count 1, 2, and 3. It's a different jury that we would pick. It's a different strategy that we would employ, and jeopardy will have attached and the entire case would go away. Ergo, we believe the best practice for the court would be to continue the trial for purposes of letting the First Circuit make its determination about count 1 and count 3, and that's the reason for the motion.
All right, do you have any timeline on that?
I wish I did. I don't. I do have a generalized understanding of some of the briefing schedule, but in terms of the court making its decision, I don't. So we expect to get our brief in today, probably by the end of the day today. I believe the Commonwealth is going, I believe that whoever it is that is appearing for the Commonwealth, or for the court, I should say, not the Commonwealth, for the court, is due to file their responsive brief, their opposition. I think it's next week. It may be as late as the 26th, I want to say. I'm going by memory, Judge. So it's Monday? Okay. Mr. Schillinger has just indicated, I appreciate that. Did I say your name correctly? Thank you. Just indicated that it's Monday. The opposition is Monday, and then the reply brief would be to you 2 days hence. So the briefing is going to be done in relatively short order. The decision, that's another question.
All right, thank you very much.
Of course.
Does it make sense for me to hear from Mr. Schillinger directly, or do you want to handle this, Mr. Brennan?
Thank you.
Good afternoon. So we do need you to say your name.
Yeah, good morning, Your Honor. Caleb Schillinger.
All right, Mr. Schillinger, I have no idea how this works. So why don't you tell us?
Sure. So as Attorney Jackson mentioned, Your Honor, Judge Saylor issued his decision denying petition for habeas relief last Thursday. The defendant is pursuing a further appeal to the First Circuit. The parties have agreed to an expedited briefing schedule in front of the First Circuit. The defendant filed her brief earlier today in the First Circuit. The respondent's brief is due Monday, the 24th, and then the defendant's reply brief is due Wednesday, the 26th. As Attorney Jackson mentioned, parties are able to control that much in terms of coming up with an expedited briefing schedule. How long it would then take for the appeal to be decided after that is unknown. And the parties don't have the ability, obviously, to dictate that. I think more broadly, Your Honor, in terms of the arguments here, certainly if it were possible to have all of this resolved before moving forward, it would be ideal to know which charges are going to go forward and which. At the same time,
Who's breathing into the
obviously
microphone?
strongly opposed to.
Someone's a heavy breather. It's got to be Bev.
And so, while perhaps unfair to Your Honor, if there is some intermediate ground or additional information that Your Honor would be able to provide, I think that that would be helpful. We could further discuss this issue and come back tomorrow. I would note the motion for a stay that they are going to file, they have indicated, or Attorney Weinberg has indicated to me through email, will be filed with Judge Saylor, not with the First Circuit. So there's no deadline that motion be filed today, tomorrow, or even Thursday. So this is not a decision that needs to be made immediately, Your Honor.
Okay.
And frankly, the Commonwealth would benefit from additional time to be able to discuss with the victim's family members, and to the extent perhaps the court is able to indicate whether some amount of time is feasible given the jurors' schedules that are coming in, Your Honor's schedule. That would be helpful information to inform
She's
this.
trying to cram it, isn't she?
All right. I appreciate that. So one of the things that we would discuss at a final pretrial conference is how long this case is expected to take. So I think the Commonwealth filed or filled out the pretrial conference report a few weeks ago and said 20 trial days, 40. How many trial days do you remember you said, Mr. Brennan? Or what do you think your Commonwealth's case will be?
I don't remember what I put specifically, but I think if we have full trial days,
Yes.
5 days a week, I expect less than a month. I'm shooting for 3.5 weeks.
Okay. Mr. Jackson?
Your Honor,
24, I'm sorry.
our defense obviously is somewhat dependent upon the Commonwealth's presentation, but
Right.
my best estimate would probably be a week and a half, 2 weeks of full trial days for the defense, if I had to sort of throw a dart.
Okay. All right. The big question is jury impanelment. Again, I alluded to all the recent publicity that I think is going to be very problematic in getting a jury. So
Yep.
I'll let both sides talk. That makes sense to me. Months and months ago, we got the jury commissioner's office on this to get us the amount of jurors we need starting April 1st. That process will take additional months in order to, if we change the date. So that's very problematic. So I'll hear you all tomorrow on this then.
May we address the court at sidebar on one issue before you leave the bench?
Sure.
So I believe that's pretty much it for the day. I should have looked ahead.
All right, tomorrow, but Thursday morning at 9 o'clock. That'll give you time, Mr. Schillinger, to speak with maybe Mr. Weinberg or counsel.
It will. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, so see you Thursday. All right, thank you, everybody.
All right. That's one down. All right. Now there was the guy that who's just gone viral, who was doing the testing on Lexus taillights and how easily they were breaking or how they would break. So he's put another one out, and I think this is the one he's actually adopted. He's done up like an arm to simulate an elbow hitting it to see how effective or what happens when it's hit with a elbow, so to speak. Let's have a look. I think I just, yeah. All right, now this is the third one, I think.
I don't think I'm going to be able to smash it out.
So this is how much force it requires to break.
That's with the hammer.
Now, don't forget, it is the Commonwealth's case that this was broken by either John's head or his elbow in one motion. One.
Look how thick this thing is. These taillights are extremely thick. This one was already busted. That's why it was easy to shatter with the hammer.
I think now he gets a new one.
This is a genuine Lexus LX 570 from a 2021. If you just pull it off, that's how you get the big piece. Just see what color it lights up as. All the red is gone. There's no red on this taillight anymore. Even that side marker light is so bright that it looks white. But you can clearly see it's red. All the lights are red. That's the brake light. They're just so bright red, they're clearly red. Let's see what happens when I smash the diffuser. I don't want to take a chance of shorting anything out. I can't even break this chrome piece off there. That is so strong. That thing is thick. I can't even break it. There's no possible way an arm did that. Especially breaking that chrome centerpiece. Alright. Now with the diffuser off there, look at the taillight. That's all broken out right there. That's broken. When I move the diffuser, watch the light move. Now the light's gone because there is no bulbs back there. The only thing that makes the lights go down the taillight are these plastic pieces that have the bubble. Without that, the light does not go down the taillight. Now watch, I'll snake this diffuser back in there and the light will follow it down to where the end of it's broken off. Look, either if that light was broken in John's driveway, there would be no light going down the taillight whatsoever, and it sure would not be white. The red is almost a translucent red. Now watch, I'll take the diffuser part out of it and the light disappears. It's because all the light is up at the top and it shines down on that clear piece and the bubbles makes it reflect. This is what the tail light would have looked like with the plastic pieces that they showed on in the trial that would have been missing from the tail light. There would have only been two small lights coming from the top.
But it looks cleaner.
Forward, please. Thank you.
Red.
And one more. You can see the white light shine. Stop. You can see it clearly missing. You can't plant something that's already gone. And the reason why you see white, it is a red taillight cover, and when the red is missing or gone, as it is in this case, the white bulb still shines, and that's why it
I
shines
see that there's white shining through.
The defense position
It's my
is
memory.
also
This is what the tail light would have looked like with the plastic pieces that they showed on in the trial that would have been missing from the tail light. There would have only been 2 small lights coming from the top.
Yep. It's the same thing. All right. Now he did do another one. Let's see if I've saved it. It's this one. Remember what this one is?
If we don't put our foot down at some point with the government,
Oh, this is me. Oops. This is me having a go at Hank and his lies.
deep trouble in this country. I mean, it's that simple.
Yep.
It's that simple.
Yep.
They don't get to just make up the rules as they go.
No, they
In
don't.
order to get convictions.
True.
Talking about what he knows, what happened to the taillight. You weren't there, Hank Brennan. Shut the fuck up.
You weren't there, Hank, bro. And I may as well do my trial run. I've just made a new intro and theme song for the next trial for Karen Rea. So let's have a look at it, and I'll get to be able to see what it's going to look like, and then I can tweak it should I need to. So you're my guinea pigs.
And so much has passed us by, such a tampering with evidence, and some blatant flat out lies. It's a special new prosector, and Hank Breeden is his name. He is a dirty Boston lawyer, and his arguments are lame. He's trying to squash all of our experts, as he has no case to claim. He should have won an Oscar medal to convince the court he's sane. He can lie without a conscience and keep that smirk upon his face. I bet he wears those silky undies, the ones with that jean made of lace. And Judge Beverly Academy is so biased for the state, is wading through 100 motions in a rush to seal my fate. So you can bring in Massachusetts, cause we all ain't got no quit. And we all know that the truth is my car is not the thing John hit.
Yep. Bring it, Massachusetts, because we ain't got no quit. No. Let me find. I know I've saved it. The new video that this guy's done with the arm. Well, for out there. Maybe it's not in that one. Maybe it's in column number 2. Just talk amongst yourselves. Where'd it go? There it is. Come on. Where is it? No, I'll go and find it. No. Dang, damn it. Oh, I know what I've done with it. I think it's still on camera. Let me. Is it on that one? Come on. Come on. Come to mama. Not that one. Must be this one. Got so much content and pictures and bloody hell. All right, I'm going to have to go and find it. And it's, what's his name? It starts with B. No, that's it. There it is. Be in trouble 31. Okay. Where's the one with the arm? There we go. So share this tab instead. Let's come back up in here. No, that's not it. Move. Oh, because I'm not sharing stage. Share screen. Yeah. Found you. Aha! There we go. Now we're cooking. Okay. Oh, I'm there having a break on my other trial course right now. I'll just fast forward that. Okay. And play. So he's basically he's got it in a vice grip, the taillight piece itself, and he's going to simulate an arm hitting it.
There's no way.
Oh, I missed it.
Absolutely no way. I've been waiting
There we go.
for a long time to do this.
Mhm.
I've had thunderstorms and hail since 6:30 this morning. Time to go ahead and just get it going. Sorry about the noise. I'm going to try to edit it out. Now I kicked the camera stand, so let's move that.
All right, there's the arm.
I don't know if I can do it.
Looks pretty harmless to me. Oh. Oh dear. Now, if your elbow and arm hit like that, don't you think there'd be some bruises? Perhaps on your elbow and around your arm, not just scratches like. Just saying. And how many hits will it take for him to actually break a little piece? Wow. "11 hits, 9.5 pound steel." Wow. Misbusted? Holy crap. 14 hits to destroy it.
But it broke the whole side off. It didn't break any of the diffusers. Didn't break the reverse light. Did the arm do that? No way. There's no way. Absolutely no way. That is 9 pounds of stainless steel. With fiber reinforced rubber, 1 millimeter thick, to mimic skin. It's tougher than skin. I didn't want anything that was going to hamper the destruction of the taillight.
Mhm.
My hands are on fire. Literally.
From hitting it.
Look at this. The whole passenger side of the taillight is busted off. The whole everything.
Yeah, but it wasn't supported.
split
Normally
right
it would have
where
been
the
supported
Chrome piece is on the side.
within
and
the
tore that
mounting.
whole piece off. If that was somebody's arm, it would be broken.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee it. This thing was so solid as I was hitting it. It was actually reverbing through my hand, through the pole into my hands. But there is not a single diffuser. That one's pushed out when I got the very side of it. Absolutely no way. Look at the arm. I put that thin foam on it just to see what the marks would look like.
Wow.
Now I know there's going to be the naysayers. Oh, that looks just
Oh,
like
is
the
this?
injury. No, it doesn't, because the car was moving 26 miles an hour.
Yep.
So, car was moving at 26 miles an hour.
Apparently.
So they say.
Allegedly.
Sorry about the wind noise. Hopefully I'll get this edited out. If I don't, at least it'll be quieter.
Hmm.
When a car was traveling at that speed, if his arm would have been sticking out, I hit it across the whole front.
Yep.
That would be the only way that the taillight would have been busted all the way across. If it would have just glanced his arm, it would have taken the whole side of it off.
Don't
This
forget
is
the
the whole
pirouette.
side, the housing, everything. That didn't happen. It wasn't a glancing blow, as Hank says. He couldn't have had his arm stretched out right, and it hit the taillight.
No way, not without breaking it.
With the car moving at that velocity, that much weight,
And everyone that's tried to
when
reenact
the arm would hit it, it would spread the skin out for a second.
everyone that's tried to reenact that speed in reverse has not been able to get to that speed. They haven't been able to do it and control the vehicle. But the other thing is, when this first went to trial, I was living. A friend of mine was staying with me, and he's a mechanic, and he's specifically a Toyota specialist. And he was saying that they actually have the vehicle is designed for performance. Okay. So it's got, with all the computer stuff in it now, when the car goes into reverse, it's designed more for low speed and accuracy rather than high speed travel. So there is actually speed limiting componentry, and there's all these things that to do with the differentials, and so that and also to stop it from rolling as well. So all these things, these stabilizers and what have you, are built into the car and the program of the car, and they all automatically happen. So we actually looked up what the maximum speed limiting for the Lexus, and I think it was only just over the 26 miles an hour. I think it was only just over. So that would have been redlining it, because don't forget that 26 miles an hour reading is taken from the tire speed, not from the diff speed. So when you're in the snow, that tire could be spinning way faster and making the recording look like that it's going a lot faster. But also to have the same, to create an injury of the extent that John sustained, the car needed to be going at that speed, because there was not a great deal of length to be able to accelerate, or in reverse. There wasn't a great deal of road to be able to do that, if that was done, like to create enough force to do the damage that it did to John. Now, I haven't actually seen all of this, so I'll just play a little bit more and see.
And as the car's going past, it would pull it this way. So the cuts and scratches that...
And this impact would have had to have thrown him 12 feet again too. 12 feet off the side of the road from a curb to where he lay.
would result on an arm would be up and down the arm. Not horizontally, or not going from back to front, and the elbow having like bite marks. It's just not possible. I don't care what anybody says. Taillight did not strike a person. Now, I knew the taillight would break with enough force. With repeated blows, every time I struck it, it was weakening the taillight. But those first few blows, it didn't break. The taillight's designed for that. It's going to soak up some energy. And it's going to disperse it. Now, had the car been going 50, 60 miles an hour and it hit John's arm, maybe that would have spun him around, but his whole arm would have been probably broken off. But a 25 mile an hour hit is not that fast.
So how do we explain the head injury as well? Because that's a single incident. Commonwealth's whole thing is it all happened in one single incident. The car created both of those injuries. And don't forget, it was a rear impact to the skull that John sustained, rear. So if the arm is being hit on the upper surface at one point by a taillight, how do you maneuver your head to face backwards to be able to be hit by the car from behind at the same time? This is why the ARCA experts are so important. It's just not physically.
It's enough to.
It's not
enough to hurt you, daze you a little bit, but throw you 30 feet into a yard, tumbling and hitting your head on some kind of magical,
No.
hard as a rock snow?
Hmm.
No.
And there was no
Never in a
blood
million
under
years.
him.
Not in a million years.
All right.
In
Well-
fact, the next time you're in your car and you get off of an expressway and pull into your neighborhood, take the time to roll down your window and look outside and look how slow that really is.
Hmm.
It's enough to kill you if a car hits you head on straight in the front or far enough to the side where you're still in front of a car. Yeah, it could kill you. Most of the time it doesn't. Sometimes nothing happens. Sometimes it could knock you to the ground and you could get a couple of scratches and a bruise, but that's another thing. There is no bruises.
Hmm.
A hit like that on an arm, strong enough to tear the whole side of the taillight off, which the LED is right there that for the top and the bottom. That would have cut his arm going across like this because the car's traveling past. The arm's not going to just hit it and bounce off like it's a bouncy ball. The arm would have hit it, absorbed energy into the taillight, and as it was doing that, it would have pulled.
Hmm.
Furthermore, it would have tore the whole side off of it. None of these are broke. None of the diffusers are broke. The taillight thing's not broke. Or the taillight thing. It's got a crack in it. There's nothing missing on it. The whole side of that light is gone. That much force, it broke the whole side of the housing, everything.
Hmm. All right. Now, I'll just find his. I'm going to just put his YouTube channel link in the chat because this guy is awesome and there are heaps and heaps of videos he's put together. There we go. That you can go and have a look for yourself. Do your own research, make your own mind up. But yeah, he's got more up there as well. So knock yourself out. And then imagine what position you would have to be in to sustain those injuries, because it's impossible. Impossible. All right. Links in chat. Go over and like and sub him. He's awesome. He had I think 21 subscribers the other day. He's got 1.6 now. Good job. Good job. Love it. All right. I will see you tomorrow now. Now that they've postponed the motions hearing. And do check out the rest of the playlist. There's heaps. I've actually got the last Karen Rea trial in a playlist and all the new stuff with all the motions hearings in a separate one for Karen Rea 2.0 to make it easier. And hundreds of others. So enjoy. Now, if you can't be good, be good at it. Bye-bye.
Hey there, thanks for stopping in. We hope you will join us again. We all look forward to next time. We got to talk about true crime. Clues. Justice served in an honest fight. tales till the verdict's right, solving more than just trivial quests, where sentences rule and the defense rests. Our true crime family is great. All types of topics we debate. Smash that like and ring that bell. Hit subscribe, you might as well.